Well, it's the final day of the 2012 Maryland General Assembly, and legislators expect it to be a marathon session all the way down to the 11th hour. Patricia Villone is in Annapolis with the latest from the state capitol.
Numerous high-profile bills remain unresolved as the 90-day session winds down, and lawmakers prepare to put in a 14-plus-hour day all the way until midnight. Among the top issues is a gaming bill that would add a 6th casino in Prince George's.
We may not be able to come to an agreement with the casino bill for Prince George's County. Members of the House of Delegates are very adamant about some major changes in the bill that was sent over from the Senate. And at this point in time, the senators have not seen the new version of the bill, so it just doesn't look too promising.
There's always something that can be worked out if there's a willingness. I can't speak for the General Assembly as an entirety, as a whole, but I think you may be something moved, and whether or not it's something that everyone can agree upon, that remains to be seen.
We still have the pension issue that is, in conference committee. No final decision has been made. But if the bill comes out of the conference committee, it may have a $5 million cost to Prince George's County this year. That means the budget I sent down to the council, we're going to have to go back and review it and look for $5 million cuts. Is another reason I've said to our delegation down here, the gaming bill is so important because that right there is the only amount of revenues that we see coming out of Annapolis for us this year.
Senate President Mike Miller says if lawmakers can't come to an agreement today, a special session will have to be called.
I think they'd be worked out, but if we don't, we don't. I mean, if we, it's, I've been through this before a long time, and you try, you work hard. I'm a hard worker, and if you can't get people of good will to come to agree, go home and take a rest, come back, and get it done in a day or two, a special session.
A number of the governor's bills have hung in the balance, but Lieutenant Governor Anthony Brown says in general he's pleased with how much of the O'Malley agenda has passed.
The governor's proposals on a number of fronts have fared well in that, we've got movement on things like offshore wind after reaching an agreement with the House and the Senate, and also on the septics legislation. But right now, as you know, everything is sort of lining up behind the budget. That's the one item that we have a constitutional requirement to pass, the House and the Senate, and they're still a little bit short of agreement. So until that happens, we probably won't see any further movement on the O'Malley-Brown legislative agenda.
Our lawmakers say what separates the two chambers is about $58 million out of a $35 billion budget. From Annapolis, I'm Patricia Villone for CTV News.
Okay, thank you, Patty. And late this morning, the House passed legislation that doubles the fee on water use, commonly known as the flush tax. The measure was a key part of the governor's agenda. The bill increases the monthly fee from $2.50 per household to $5. Funds will be used to upgrade wastewater facilities.